Okay, go ahead.
Oh, like for example, what you're saying that this new currency this new currency is gonna be still using the present currency system until we phase it out for your love coins. Can you explain that more?
Yeah, I felt like, on this website, right? Basically everybody can participate, and it would be like Facebook and Amazon and buying, you can exchange things and what have you. The whole point is, if we want to be in a more free economy that's not controlled by the dramas of the current currency, you have to get out of using it at some point, right? So ultimately what drives exchanges is just people willing to do things for each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're the ones that is driving the output of an economy, right? And then the mediation of money is just, it's just a proxy, it's a representation, right? But the problem with money now is that it's centrally controlled, and it has a lot of manipulation by the Fed and by the central banking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we got to do is, on this website, well, you can still use money, but it would be encouraged, because we're doing blending. So it's not going to happen overnight to go from money system to no money system, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then what we'll have to... Can you turn that down a little bit? Okay, thank you.
I do need to hear this. Oh.
Maybe just turn it down a little bit. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
So when they get on this website, what they can do is they can just exchange regular money for love coins, right?
Okay.
And then you could just do it 1-to-1 ratio in the beginning, right? And I think if the site starts making money, part of the goal of the site is to actually encourage people to use love coin by actually giving them a better exchange. Mm-hmm. So for every $1 you come in, you get maybe like $1.10 worth of love coin. So people want to use that more, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the unique thing about this love site is that because it's coming from founders that believe in a free economy, therefore they're willing to use their own proceeds to finance a better environment, where a lot of sites are not willing to do, because a lot of sites, once they start making money, the money goes to the founders and they do whatever they want to do. It's not always like a give back, for social causes, but the founders of this site, the main reason for doing this is to try to free people from the economy of money-based, right? So you come to the site and then say, whatever, you exchange like $1 for like $1.10 of love coin, and then you can still exchange with each other. And on the website, basically, people are encouraged to get their profile set up and get a wish list of things they like to get in their life. Like maybe they need to go to see a psychiatrist, or maybe they need to buy a loaf of bread. Maybe they're looking to finance a car. Maybe they're looking to do whatever. Things that require other people to fulfill the needs, right? So somebody else, say this is like a global website, so someone else can do that for you, either through a direct barter, like they, they say, I'll just...
Yeah, it would be like sounds like what you're describing is eventually will turn into a barter system, where you exchange either love coins, or you put on your wish list things that you would want or need to get done, and whoever can fill the need will fill the need, either in exchange for love coin, or to have the item on their wish list fulfilled.
Exactly. And the thing is, because of the interdependent nature and the selfless nature of all phenomena and people, it really ultimately doesn't matter who fulfills your needs, right? So you do something for me, and then that goes into your account, your like goodwill account, as a credit, right? And then someone else totally different might see, oh wow, this person is so amazing, has done so much and has accumulated so much credit. Now I want to do something for you, right? So then they do it for you. So the reason this is different is it's different even from a regular barter, because a regular barter is assuming a one-on-one exchange right there and then, right? Like you do something for me and I do something for you right away, right? But the reality is there is no differentiation between different copies of you and me and other people, right? And a lot of times what you would need I may not be able to fulfill, but some other person can fulfill for you, right?
Yeah.
So we need to have an economy that allows for this non-existence of the persons to take place. You see? So in essence, the way it needs to have happened is that, like it takes a little bit of getting used to and all this, right? But in the beginning, it should the understanding, the philosophy should be that as you give to others, someone somewhere in the universe will give to you to fulfill your needs. And we need to get out of the mindset that giving must be tied with an expected return right there and then. That's the problem, because what happened, the motive for like an expected return transaction
is more reward based. If I do this, I'm going to get rewarded with that.
Well,
kind of.
It is, but you see, the thing is, like, you see, now it's getting rewarded in terms of money, right? Like, for example, people go work for someone and then they get paid, right? So, but see, the thing is, you're mediating that reward system through a currency that is corrupt, because that currency has in it interest and debt and all that bloody legacy to it, right? And then who are the ones controlling most of that currency is probably only top 1% to 2% of the population, right? So we need to get out of this bondage to this blood-stained currency, right? So, and give the power back to people, right? So do you understand that?
Yeah.
Or that's difficult to understand?
No, I can understand that.
So ultimately, imagine if you're in a Pure Land where everything was done right from scratch and there was no money, no nothing, and the manifestation was more easy and uninterrupted. What happens is you give and you practice giving without expectation, right? That is key, because in all the spiritual teaching, it is taught that giving should be done without expectation. And yet, because you're giving, the universe will fulfill your needs multifold, right? But this has not been able to get played out on this planet, right? So most of the giving is immediately requiring some expected return, right? And in fact, what we have to experiment and realize is that miserliness, that stringent demand on a return is actually shrinking what you can actually get in return. You see? So for example, what you're being given in return is usually like an hourly wage, right?
Yeah.
But imagine if we did away with all this, and then you just run free with it and say, I trust the universe, there's a platform for the return to happen. So maybe by you doing something, somebody else would actually return to you in the form of like 100 times more the value of what you would get in salary.